Hello and welcome to the Freedom Project's first blog of 2014. It was a fantastic year last year. We had some new participants come along. We also had some new board members. We had 2 sharings full of diverse music, and of course we made some new friends along the way. As a musician, it was challenging at times, particularly the sound beam. It can be intermittent, and to get it to do what you want it to do can be difficult at times. Not always, but sometimes, especially when you're in a limited space, it can be quite difficult. However, with a little persistence, we managed to get over that obstacle and created some really interesting pieces. This session we worked on a piece we're calling Escape from Hobbiton. It's a working title. Whether that will stick or not, I don't know. You can find out at the next sharing. Also, we worked on GarageBand on the iPad and how to set up backing tracks on that. Prior to the session, we had a little meeting to work out where we want to take the project and how it's going to get funded, stuff like that. So I'm going to leave Chris and Mansoor to tell you all about that. Thanks for watching.
So basically, we're all looking forward to another year of the project, but it's all subject to funding. But being optimistic, and we are at the start of a new year, so we've got to look forward positively to the idea that some nice gentleman or lady, for that matter, is going to turn up with a bundle of money that they don't know what to do with.
That they hopefully do know what to do with, because we're looking to move this project forward, hopefully. And
yeah.
it's been quite creative and quite empowering in many ways, in my understanding, over the past year. And we've learned a lot. When you say,
On a serious note, we have, over the past year, bearing in mind that we only started in June last year, I think, although we didn't realise it at the time, we have come together as a group,
quite well.
working far more closely with each other.
Is that a group as in, us 4, or
Yeah.
you're talking about the entire, all the participants and all the leaders?
No, we have had a few concerns as to various parts of the project being, shall we say, a little more separate than we would like.
Okay.
But you can't achieve everything in 12 months. And, considering all the difficulties that we've had to fight our way through in order to get here and get set up and get the thing working.
Yeah, we'll make something musical out of it.
I think we've done pretty well.
Yeah.
That isn't to say we can't go further. And
overall, as a team, we've developed as well, and within the little groups we've got as well, we've developed as well.
One of the things we want to do is to go to larger venues, but
Yes.
we are looking forward also to getting hold of bigger audiences.
Big audience.
So if there's anybody out there that fancies coming and watching us make an idiot of ourselves, we're getting used to it. So it doesn't come as too much of a shock.
April the 14th, I think, is the next show.
Concert, April the 14th.
I got the feeling it was the first week in April, but early April we should hopefully have some money, and nice people will turn up with the biscuits and the tea, and Mansoor and I are content to stick around for as long as the biscuits last.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
And maybe give them a performance to remember this time, as we have been doing.
Absolutely.
Up to date. As I said, the quite surprising thing was the second performance. In my understanding, while we were playing, I don't think it was as good as when we watched it back. So I think we have improved as musicians.
Yeah.
So at the time you felt it wasn't, you weren't feeling it? Or?
I wasn't feeling it, throughout it just didn't sound as musical as it did when I played back. Maybe that was due to the nerves or something, but I suppose it's getting used to this new environment that we're going towards.
We were playing to a lower level than we should have.
Yes.
Because we couldn't rely on the gadgets we were using.
No.
The sound beam was working under protest.
But overall, I'll be honest with you, it sounds a lot more musical than I anticipated. So
The actual recording of the concert.
Yeah, the actual recording of the
sharing.
concert. It was
But
quite. It was a performance. Yeah.
I think
Definitely
that's
worth
because
repeating hopefully in April.
we've learned to trust the instrument,
But we've learned to communicate.
and the people round us
Yeah.
to a greater degree than we started out
Communicate
with.
with each other. So it's not just the instrument; it's as a whole, as a group, we're bonding and working well together.
Because overall, when we first started, I thought to myself, this is never going to work. Because I always assumed that the final product would be the same as the rehearsals.
Yeah.
In other words, a lot of stopping and starting. But we managed to get away with that.
Yeah, we managed to actually pull out a few pieces throughout.
Yeah.
And we've got another few coming for the
But
concert.
we,
The Hobbiton.
So that's the piece we've been working on today. Yeah.
Yeah.
as individuals, we have got a hell of a lot out of it.
Yes, we have.
You know,
I'd agree on that.
it's beginning to work.
Definitely.
So we would be devastated if we had to up stumps and leave home
Leave
at
home.
the end of the year.
So we're hoping that it will go on for
Be
a few
ashamed.
years, but my understanding, hopefully it would do, because I mean we worked pretty hard to this point.
Take it bit by bit.
Yeah.
And we just have to.
Take it from there. Yeah.
So a new year, a new start.
Yes.
Bit of public
and
support
Happy New Year to everybody.
would be great.
Yeah.